Hello and welcome everybody to another edition of the Gentleman's Chat. It is me, Ryan. I'm glad to be back. It's been too long. I've missed one episode and I was super sad. I was super sad I missed out on all the hilarious fun, the hilarity and funniness and hilariously funniness of everything. But
I think you're
returned.
overselling it.
No, I enjoyed it. I mean, I think we're some of the funniest people we know. So, but yeah,
And that's the truth.
yeah. But anyways, I'm here, and today or this week we have, starting alphabetically,
Andrew is here and present.
Brock is also present.
Technically, you go here, Ryan.
I'm here.
And Thompson's here and present.
Good, great. It's been fantastic. I was gonna say spectacular and fantastic, but I went ahead and made a new word right there. But anyways, how is everyone? We'll go alphabetically again, and I'll be sure to remember that I go between Brock and you, Thompson. So go ahead, Andrew. Let's hear what you've been up to. Adventures that you've been having.
I saw Moonrise Kingdom yesterday.
Ooh. How was it?
It was weird, but enjoyably.
they always
it was
are.
enjoyably weird. And if you see it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I recently got just today, a Samsung Galaxy player.
We're not sponsored by Samsung, by the way.
And it's
You'll see why if we talk about it more.
It's just giving me a lot of problems. Just a lot of problems.
And that's, is that what you're dealing with right now?
Currently, yes.
Alright. Interesting. We hope it looks up for you.
Okay.
But
I guess that means it's me. Things are good. I got a picture of one of the lead developers today at Gearbox holding a portal gun. It's
very
pretty.
cool.
It's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's.
is.
Yeah, that's that. That's what I'm doing. Yay! How
Yay.
about you, Ryan? What are you doing?
Right now I'm sitting. Last week I was on a business trip and I went to Austin. I learned a whole bunch of cool things about social media. And I like social media, and I like learning about social media, which is interesting because social media now is kind of like we are learning more about it, and it's becoming more important in our lives, which I find very crazy. But I've done that, and I've recently bought a new gaming system. But we can get into that later, which is kind of related to questions, our whole question section later in the podcast. And another thing, and if you follow gaming news, Mass Effect has just released the extended cut of their ending. And I was thinking about playing just the ending of Mass Effect 3, but I decided to get the whole experience all over again, and I am replaying
Oh my
Mass
God,
Effect
Ryan!
3.
No. Say no.
Can't do it. On top of that, and on top of playing multiplayer, it's Mass Effect 3. I think has my soul. I think, I'm just a husk of what I used to know.
Haha.
But anyways, that's what I'm doing. And now, Thompson, it is your turn to wow us all with your adventures. Save the best for last.
Well,
Alphabetically.
is Resident Evil 6 still coming out in November?
No, it's coming out in October.
Oh. What October 20th?
I think
20?
I think 20th or 26th.
Well, whatever. That's when it's coming out. I'm looking forward to it.
But
I was gonna provide a countdown, but I was calculating in November, and I was like, wait, it got bumped up, didn't it?
I think it's either the 29th or the 22nd of October, because those are Tuesdays. No,
Man, I'm so excited.
23rd or 30th of October. But what about you? What have you been up to?
What have I been up to? I've been playing Resident Evil 5. Looking forward to Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil 5 owns your soul.
It does. If anyone listening to this podcast owns that game, please send me a friend request on Xbox Live and play me in Resident Evil, because I need people to play with.
Actually, it's kind of funny because right before this podcast, I was playing Mass Effect 3, and then I played Resident Evil with Thompson, and now we're here.
Yeah, I got on Xbox, was like, hey, get off that stupid game. Come play Resident Evil. He was like, okay.
This is what we do. This is our lives. Resident Evil, Mass Effect 3. Living the American dream right here.
Yeah, I was actually I was off from my other American dream today, my awesome job. So, but I go back tomorrow. Looking forward to it.
Good. I'm glad that you're looking forward to your American dream job.
Yep. I love driving a forklift.
Hey, that is pretty cool. Anyways.
It is. I wish I could do that all day. Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Let's go ahead and go into the section where we tell you stuff that we're doing. The cold front.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's funny.
So now we're in the cold front.
That was good.
Oh.
And it got me by surprise. I was like, I did that, and it made me laugh. Anyways.
Oh.
Anyways, cold front. I'll just go ahead and say all the projects that, well, you've probably heard of all the projects. There's the Bamani list, there's a whole bunch of other things. I've noticed that we've been talking about ideas, Thompson and I guess the whole gang, about ideas of just upcoming funny little ideas, funny little jokes that would be good if we can implement them some way. And then Thompson and I also brought up, while in the midst of us playing Resident Evil 5, we brought up how we wanted to try to spark more interest into getting our Resident Evil 5 machinima back up off the ground. If anyone remembers that, it was us redoing the voices of all the Resident Evil characters. And it's going to be stupid in a good way. But, yeah. What other stuff is going on? I'm slowly putting my camera together to be more. I just actually upgraded the firmware in it, and there's a special firmware for cameras that make it more accessible in a film type of way. Like, it adds more filming options to my DSLR, which is really cool. So I'm getting a little bit closer to actually using it as a film camera. Another thing that I wanted to bring up, and I was, I think last week or the week before that, I kind of did a kind of spur of the moment Google Plus Hangout, and
I saw that. What'd you do?
Well, the cool thing about the Google Plus Hangout is that, and if you guys want to join me on the next run of it, what sparked my interest about it is that they have this setting that you can do, is that you can watch YouTube movies, and everyone can add to this playlist of YouTube movies in this Hangout. And you can see everyone's reaction. You can even chat on the side while watching YouTube movies. And I thought it'd be really cool if we could have like a YouTube playlist night and just watch funny movies one time, and then maybe even make them themed, you know? Like, one is random Japanese game shows, or another one is...
Oh, I would totally be down for watching Japanese game shows.
And
I second that.
yeah, and I was talking to one of our followers, and and he put in some like cold morning videos, and the cool part was is like when I was watching them, I remembered us. I remember he brought up L.A. No Idea, and he was like, "This is one of my favorites." And then I was talking to him about how I really hated shaving because I had this stupid mustache, and it was really cool talking to someone that enjoyed this video, just getting kind of like the other side of like, this is what we kind of did, and this is how I felt when we were filming this. Almost kind of like a commentary chat hangout thing. And so the only bad thing is that Google Plus isn't, it isn't Facebook. There's not going to be a lot of people that will be using it, but I enjoyed it. And maybe if it's a regular thing, like say, because we film this, or we record the Gentleman's Chat on a certain night, what if we had like a hangout on a certain night? And of course, I know that we all are working and we all are busy, but that could be something just established, maybe a hangout for an hour or something like that. Or maybe it's like every other week we do a Google Hangout with this YouTube playlist. It's very cool, and I would be up for doing it again. And I'll always always put a post on our fan page, our Twitter feed, and if anyone is friends with me on Facebook, I will do that. And also, if you are following me on Google Plus, I will always make an announcement there. I think it says Ryan has a hangout going down, so that's something that I'd like to try to throw out there to kind of get more community interaction. I know it's not anything like a lot of other bigger, I guess, gaming sites do, where they do live streams and stuff like that. It's just we don't have I don't have great internet for that, and I don't have the capture ability. But what are your thoughts? What would you be up for something like that? Would you be up for doing kind of like a hangout? And if there's not even anybody there, it's just us having a good old time watching stupid videos.
Yeah, I'd be down with that.
I would be down for the Japanese show, but honestly, that is the only time that I would ever use Google Plus.
Probably. I would
for just the Japanese show, or for like the YouTube playlist thing?
I don't know.
I'd be down like a clown.
You can't say that, Brock.
I just bleep it
I
out.
left that out specifically because I didn't want to say it.
Bleep it out, just like.
And another bleep.
Anyways, but that's my idea. Anyone else have any cold morning ideas stirring in their heads?
Nope.
Okay, how about?
Sorry.
Well, I recently had a sort of vague idea about I mean, it would take a miracle to get it off the ground, but like a state of cold morning video, and I dropped my script idea in the Dropbox, which I hope everyone takes a look at and contributes to. But it'd just be like a little, hey, this is a fictional account of what we're doing, and this is why we're not making any videos.
I would like to do that. I would like to do the Google Plus thing as well. I don't have a lot of
Oh,
input.
yeah, that too.
I know. Sorry.
And I bet Joel would do it too. Joel will be there every time.
Oh yeah, Joel is not with us tonight. He's washing his hair again or something.
Yeah, actually.
What was it last time? Was it washing his hair?
Yeah, he's
well-
washing his hair.
Yeah.
When I was on Google Plus, one of the other person that was there is like, "Where's Joel? Is he washing his hair?" And then I laughed. So, but anyways, yeah.
Because he doesn't even have the longest hair out of all of us.
No, he doesn't have hair. I don't know what he looks like anymore. Just kidding. I love you, Joel. I miss you. You're not gonna listen to this.
I'm gonna wash your hair for you, Joel. I will get in the shower and wash it for you.
We can all wash his hair
Together.
together. Anyways, personal projects.
Moving on.
PPs. PPs, anyone?
What?
What is happening?
I think Ryan's lost his mind. Okay, what's the next part?
Well, does anyone have any personal projects?
Oh, pee-pees.
PP, anyone?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Unfortunately, I do not.
Okay.
Just,
No, I've been working. I've been working my contract job, and so I've been busy.
Working hard for the money?
I work hard for the. I don't know how that song goes.
So hard for it, honey. You work hard for the money, so it better treat you right.
Yeah, that. Like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you're just busy. What about, have you drawn anything recently?
I drew a dick and then threw it at my boss. I drew a dick on a piece of paper and threw it at my boss.
Okay, well at least you're still drawing. That's always good. I've just been busy with work as well. Thompson, what about you?
Wait, isn't this what we just did?
Well, just
Or was that a different section?
anything that's not really cold morning related, just kind of, just anything that's...
I hate my job. I want a new one. If anyone has any leads, let me know.
But you're living the American dream.
I hate to break it to you, but the American dream is broken.
Break something that's broken. If you have any ideas for jobs for Thompson, go ahead and add him on Xbox Live while you're playing Resident Evil 5 and talk to him about a new job.
Up while you're at it.
Yeah, give him a thumbs up and a like on his channel. It really helps
It'll
him out
really
in finding a
help
job. Go to his channel, subscribe to him, and give him a thumbs up. It'll really help him out in finding a new job. Anyways, that is the cold morning section right there. Cold front. Let's go ahead and go into the middle section called the middle section. And now we're here in the middle section. How is everyone doing?
It's the middle section.
Yep.
Yay!
In this middle section, like Andrew said, he's putting music on his dealy-do, and
Yep, my dealy do.
yep. And because of that, we thought about, what is everyone listening to? We never really talked about music on the Gentleman's Chat. We never really talked about favorite musicians or anything like that. But I was thinking, what is something that everyone is listening to right now? And since Andrew is currently working on his MP3. Andrew is currently working on his MP3 player. Andrew, what are you currently what are you currently listening to right now, or putting on your MP3 player to listen to?
Right now, just so everyone knows, I sent. You'll have to put this link in the comments.
Or if you can get that GIF and just throw it into the video, that would work.
Yeah,
too.
just play it over and over again.
I sent everyone a link to a GIF that's Call of Duty in a nutshell. It's really funny. But anyway, I'm listening to a lot of stuff that I have always kind of listened to. I guess I haven't really listened to very much new new music. I'm listening to a lot of Aesop Rock, The Tallest Man on Earth, Outkast is always good. I've also been listening to Iron and Wine, and bossa nova style music. I was listening to this guy called Dosh, he makes some really cool music. It's kind of like Explosions in the Sky, but a lot more progressive or upbeat, I guess. It's different. I'll just say that. Ben Folds is always there. Death Cab for Cutie is always there. The Decemberists.
If you had an album or a band that you would like people to, listen to, what would it be? Like, what would be a recommendation from you to whoever's listening to this?
Aesop Rock. If it's hip hop and all that, but like it's different. It's not about the typical hip hop that you would hear. I was trying to avoid saying that.
Thanks, Brock.
No, you're just gonna have to bleep the crap out of me this time. I mean, bleep the out of me.
But it's very.
There we go.
It's very like lyrical, and if you
Like
listen
rap
to
with
it,
a meaning?
yeah, if you listen to the stuff, it's to like what he's saying. It's actually really interesting and kind of holds true to a lot of everyday situations. But that's only if you want to listen to that.
If you want to live.
If you want to live. But that's about it, really.
Okay. Cool. Brock, what about you? You can either talk about what you've been listening to lately, or if you want to send out a recommendation, go for it.
I'm gonna talk about what I've been listening to and my recommendation because they're the one and the same.
Okay.
I've been listening to two bands, Avantasia, and they're both operatic metal, where there's an overarching, at least with Avantasia, throughout the CD there's an overarching storyline that they follow, and the other one is Camelot with a K. And I would recommend those.
Okay. For people who like operatic metal, or for everyone?
I would say everyone give it a listen.
Okay.
And that's what I would say.
Okay, that's good. I guess it's my turn. Sorry, we are sending. It's almost like passing notes in class. We're sending each other stupid
it's
pictures.
funny.
But, let's see what I've been listening to. I've recently acquired the latest Motion City Soundtrack CD. They're one of my favorite bands that I've kept up with, and they released a new CD this month, or in June. That's always a good one. And another I guess, artist that I've been listening to for a while, and I really like their stuff. It's a chiptune artist by the name of Smiletron. I've used a lot of his music in some of our older videos that are, I guess, video game based, and I really like his way of using chiptunes. It almost sounds like ethereal and very spacey and stuff like that, rather than just regular like bleeps and bloops and stuff.
Bleep, bloop,
But
bloop, 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 bloop,
yeah, kind of like
bloop,
that.
bloop, bloop, bloop.
But like if you know of the band like Anamanaguchi, and then if you put Smiletron next to them, they sound completely different, even though they both use this kind of chiptune kind of sound. I would suggest him. His stuff is free on his website. Motion City Soundtrack, you would have to probably buy unless you're a pirate. But I would support them. And you could also support Smiletron too. You can donate to him. I think he just released a album as of last week, in reference to this podcast. So yeah, go check those out. They are very good. And yeah, Thompson, what about you?
Okay. Everyone answer immediately. What's my favorite genre of music?
Ska.
Yeah. Or Christmas.
Ooh, yeah, that is true.
God, that is true.
Oh,
When the season is upon me, I'm a Christmas madman.
that is true. We do a countdown at the end of, because
Oh, my bad.
no, it's fine. We do a countdown at the end of when it's what, October 31st, or is it October 30th?
It's November. It's right at the stroke of midnight, November 1st.
Yes. A lot of people hate that Christmas keeps getting earlier and earlier.
But Thompson loves it.
We embrace it.
Yeah. We make an event that right when Halloween is over, Christmas time starts. And so we start listening to Christmas music November 1st.
One time, I dragged a long time ago, I dragged my now ex-girlfriend to a Halloween party in College Station. And at the stroke of midnight, I was like, hold on! Stop what you're doing, I have to listen to Christmas music. She's like, what?
It's okay. When
What's your favorite Christmas song?
Oh my god.
That's a good one.
That's such a good question. I really like, maybe Angels We Have Heard on High.
Do you like the rock version or just the regular version?
I like all versions. I just like I like the melisma. Okay, I get the feeling. Okay, maybe I have to check this note that's been passed around because everyone's laughing but me.
Sorry, man. We are listening.
What is that?
Funny face.
Oh.
Okay, anyway, but back to oh, there's lots of pictures.
anyways,
Back to what I was. Oh god, that's a bodybuilder. Back to what I was talking about. Other than Christmas, my favorite genre is ska. But really, it's just I like anything with a driving beat, a solid melody, even more so, a solid harmony. And if you throw in a wicked guitar solo, then that's automatically my favorite music. Which is why my favorite band is Real Big Fish, because they always have a nice, jaunty beat, they have a good melody, they have awesome harmonies, and occasionally they'll throw in an awesome guitar solo, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm sold. That's really all I ask for in music.
okay. So what would you recommend to everyone? Would you recommend Real Big Fish or Christmas music?
Both. I would, if I won the lottery, I would pay Real Big Fish to record a Christmas album, and then my life would be complete.
Okay.
I'd be like, hey guys, I'll produce this if y'all record it.
I bet you they would probably do it for free if you ask them.
I don't know.
I'd just say, hey, Real Big Fish, I love Christmas music, and I love you. Please make Christmas music. That's that story.
Alright.
And then they'll make Christmas music. We can only hope. But anyways. Alright, that's cool. So out there, whoever's listening, there are some suggestions. Go check them out. Let us know how we did on our suggestions. Give us leave a comment giving us a number on a scale of 1 to some numbers. Give us a number on our suggestions, and we'll take that into account. We'll put it in our Suggestotron, calculate the totals, and see who wins the suggestion game.
Oh yeah.
So.
Good game.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, that is the middle section. Let's go ahead and finish this off with the question of the week, which comes from Lucky from the Filter podcast.
Well, I think we should very quickly go over the other question. I think it was.
We actually have three questions. One is.
Yeah, was it Alan?
Yes, it was Alan. But his question is nostalgia, which is more of a statement.
I'll take care of nostalgia. Hey guys, remember the time we had a gentleman's chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
Yeah, that was a good time. Okay,
Okay.
nostalgia over.
Okay. The next one is from Vivian Grooms. And he says, Webbox. Anybody want to take this one?
To the
They're the of the internet.
.com.
Do we have to beep that?
I'm going to.
Sorry.
I'm done.
Okay, and then last one from Lucky, from the filter. He puts his hand up and he says, yeah, I have a two-part question for the boys at Cold Morning. First one, if video games were never invented, what things would you do for fun and entertainment? Let's go ahead and start with that one. Andrew, what would you do if video games were never invented? What would be your kind of what would you be doing instead?
Well, I mean, probably, working on cars, trying to make them go faster,
Mm-hmm.
and in the daytime, doing that in the daytime, and then in the nighttime I would probably be cooking, or making beer, or any of the other number of hobbies that I do currently because I don't usually play video games too much.
Okay, so it wouldn't be a big effect on your life if there were no games. to
Nope, not in the slightest.
play. Okay.
Previously, like several years ago, it probably would have had an enormous impact
Mm-hmm.
on my life, but not anymore.
Okay. Brock, what about you?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have a job right now, and
That is true.
I would be. Well, I wouldn't know any better, but if video games suddenly disappeared off the face of the planet, I would be very, 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 very sad. But if they weren't invented, I guess I could go to work in cartoons. That would kind of be the same.
Would you wanna animate cartoons?
I wouldn't say that I want to maybe. I don't know. Animation's not really my thing, but
It's a tough nut to crack. Just ask Matt Wilson.
Yeah.
yeah.
Here we can insert a link to Matt Wilson.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So I don't really know. I guess I would be working on my animation skills.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Instead of just, working on my 2D. I don't know. I guess I'd be doing almost the same thing because I'm a little more driven than I was. But, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, for me, if games were not invented, games, I guess, have really affected the way I see things and the way my humor and stuff like that. So I don't know what I don't know how I would be acting, if I would be acting any differently. I would hope that I end up where I am, kind of in the sense of continuing to do movies and stuff like that. Of course, it would be in a different subject, because usually mine they are subtly game related in some ways, but I would hope that I would still be filming, and I would hope, because that, other than playing games, filming is my other source of entertainment. Editing and filming are my other ways of entertainment, and I would hope to continue to do that. It's weird because even though I'm a filmmaker, I rarely watch movies a lot. So I think it would be more of the creative side of making movies, and maybe I would be watching more movies if games weren't around. I think that's what I would be doing, just doing more filmmaking. And I would obviously have a lot more free time since Mass Effect wouldn't be invented.
Oh my god,
So-
Mass Effect.
I'm sorry, but there you go. I would have a whole lot more free time. Thompson, what about you?
I'd probably read. That's what I used to do.
Well, that was short.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Well, then let's go ahead and go into the second part of the question. What was your first video game console? Let's go ahead and we'll go through it all over again. So, Andrew, what was your first video game console?
My first one was actually an Atari.
Wow.
That my Gungi, which is what I call my grandmother on my dad's side, gave to us, and we play. I remember playing it. I mean, I vividly remember playing Othello on the Atari,
Mm-hmm.
and also a game where it's like a top-down flight game. From what I understood it, I didn't really know. I was pretty young.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that was when we got our Nintendo.
Okay. Cool. Did you just have, I guess, Duck Hunt and Mario with your Nintendo?
We had, all the typical ones. We had Zelda and the Mario, Duck Hunter combination one.
Combo,
Yeah.
yeah.
We had Pitfall, was it Pitfall? I think so. Yeah, with the crocodiles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Pitfall.
And then we had, what was it called? I just can't remember it. I don't know. Another game.
And that other one. Okay.
I just can't remember it.
Brock, what about you? What was your first system?
I had the NES, which I still have today. Like it's at my apartment right now,
Mhm.
and one of my favorite games that I still love to this date, and I've talked about it a lot, is Where's Waldo. I love that game, and I have no idea why.
Was that your first game?
I think my first game was Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, okay. Because I could see
But,
why Where's Waldo would be in your heart if it was your first game, but I still don't understand why. I like that.
It's a good game.
Okay.
It's a good game.
All right. For me, my first console, I guess, was a handheld. My first console was a Game Boy. It came with Kirby's Dream Land and a Crash Test Dummies game. And man, that Crash Test Dummies game was hard. I remember it. It only had 5 levels. I kept recycling over and over and over. But yeah, I never had an NES to start with. It was Game Boy. And then I think I got a Game Gear, and then I went with Super Nintendo.
Game Gear.
Mm-hmm. So I never had the NES, or I never had any previous consoles before that. My first, I guess, foray was with the Super Nintendo, and then N64, and then so on and so on. So yeah, my first one was a big old gray Game Boy, and it was the best.
I still have my big old gray Game Boy.
I wish I still had mine. But now I have this. Now I have the 3DS, which I don't play, but it's purple, and that's cool. Anyways,
I think I still have my. I think I still have my gray one. That
hold on to it. Never let it go.
never let it go.
Thompson, what about you?
My first system was an NES. My brothers owned it. My favorite game was Excite Bike because it was the only one I could play because I was like, 4. And I would do the creative track, and I would make the, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, it's like a little, I don't know, it's like a little razor blade sticking out of the ground, and it makes you jump really high. And I would just make an entire track of that and bounce
A
the
ramp?
entire time. Well, it's not quite a ramp. It's just like a little, it's like a signpost sticking out of the ground, but you can bounce off of it.
Mm.
Anyway, at an NES, then we traded it for an SNES at Funko Land
Oh man, I love Funko Land.
back in the day. And then for a summer, after we moved out of our old house and before we moved into our new one, we lived with this friend of my mother's whose child had an Atari, so I got to experience that. Then for Christmas 1997 or so, we got an N64. And then I lose track, but got a GameCube, got a Game Boy Advance, got a Wii, got an Xbox 360, got a PS3, and I think I'm up to date now. Oh, I got a DS at some point, and then I sold it.
And that was Thompson's first
That's
system.
my console history.
Yeah.
And there you go. That is, now you know what our first consoles were, and, stuff like that. So, anyways, that is it. Hopefully those answers, give you a little insight about, what we have, purchased in the past, or what we, were playing in the past, and, yeah. So, I think that brings us to the end of this gentleman's chat for this week, and we hope that you had a fun ride along the gentleman's chat bus of fun. And we hope to see you next time. Well, we hope to, I was going to say listen to you next time. We hope that you listen to us next time.
I'll try to be a little more lively next time.
Yeah. But, as always, you can like this video, you can subscribe to us, you can like our Facebook page, you can follow us on Twitter for any updates or news on Cold Morning Productions. So anyways, this is Ryan and the rest of the guys, and we will say bye.
Goodbye.
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 Bye!
I love you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye and bye.
Bye.
Bye.